Tonight, advocates say several protections from transgender people in North Carolina are now gone. This is after both the GOP-controlled House and Senate voted to override Governor Roy Cooper's veto on several different bills.
Right now, we're taking a closer look at two. House Bill 574, which is also called the Fairness in Women's Sports Act, and House Bill 808, which impacts gender-affirming care for minors. They're now law in North Carolina. WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker is joining us from the newsroom to talk about some of the big takeaways from tonight's decisions. Austin.
Yeah, so both bills have been a hot topic. It's been a push on both sides of the aisle for promoting fairness and safety, but how to do that, that's where that disagreement has been.
4 months in Raleigh, it's been stop and go at the North Carolina Capitol. At first gaining traction, House Bill 574, the Fairness in Women's Sports Act, and House Bill 808, which prohibits gender transitioning on minors, given the green light in both the House and the Senate. The governor ultimately vetoing, the traction coming to a stop. Weeks later on Wednesday, the movement reignites.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a mean-spirited bill.
The day we vote to override the governor and to protect women in women's sports.
After hours of discussion,
House Bill 574 becomes law. The motion to override the governor's veto of House Bill 808 passes by 3/5 of the members present and voting.
Cooper's veto overruled, now law in North Carolina. Inside the chambers, commotion on both sides erupts.
She's speaking the truth.
All right, hey.
Under the Fairness in Women's Sports Act, athletes must now only compete within their assigned gender at birth.
I'm really proud and I'm really excited and I'm really happy for North Carolina.
Megan Burke with Independent Women's Network and former NCAA national track champion at the University of North Carolina says this override is a win for fairness.
If a little girl doesn't get a chance to be on the team because a boy takes her spot, that to me is heartbreaking.
Speaking to the biological differences between men and women.
So the 1,500 meters, I would say that they're at least 15 to 20 seconds ahead of us.
We're not talking about world-class athletes, Olympic athletes, and someone being deprived a medal. We're talking about kids.
While House Representative Marcia Mori says this bill excludes some LGBTQ youth. Inside the hospital, House Bill 808 makes it to where anyone under the age of 18 is now banned from receiving gender-affirming surgery or care like hormone blockers, even with a parent's consent.
Bans on gender-affirming care will absolutely be harmful to youth.
Dr. Jennifer Abbott is a physician specializing in gender-affirming care and says the treatment is critical.
When they finally are able to access that care, you can immediately see positive changes in the mental health of the young people.
Is a biological male.
While some, like Senator Phil Berger, says kids looking to transition should make that decision when they are legal adults.
To make that decision for a child that has that kind of permanent impact on their physical and mental health is something that we don't think is appropriate and we think needs to be stopped.
A lot of info right there, but North Carolina now joins other states like Florida and Arkansas in banning transgender girls from competing with natural-born women. It is also the 22nd state to restrict or ban gender-affirming care for transgender minors.
Well, Austin, let's talk a bit more about House Bill 808. What if someone is undergoing hormone therapy right now? This is in progress right now. Do they have to stop under this new law?
Yeah, so that's a good question. There are limited exceptions for this, but for minors who began treatment before August 1st, they can continue to receive care and gender-affirming care through a doctor's approval if it is deemed a medical necessity. So a lot of things right here, but still a lot of different updates we'll be keeping you updated on. But for now, we're in the studio newsroom. Austin Walker, WCNC Charlotte.